You were born in the 17th century China, and you are now 9 years old. You are chopping wood in the yard with your father. The weather is calm and sunny, and everything seems perfectly normal. Suddenly you see a shining horse carriage approaching from afar. The carriage stops at your gate, and a man dressed in astonishingly elegant clothes steps out. He walks into your house as if it already belongs to him. You pretend not to notice what's happening, but your eyes follow his every move. A few minutes pass, and suddenly they grab you and throw you into that carriage. You scream, you struggle, but it's useless. Then the man takes out a steamed bun from his pocket. It smells so good that, for a brief moment, you forget you've been kidnapped. All the way, you try to understand what's happening. By evening, the carriage passes through the enormous gates of the Forbidden City. The sight before you takes your breath away. Walls covered in gold, soldiers, servants, music everywhere. But you still have no idea what fate awaits you. A little later, an old man with trembling hands greets you. He looks you up and down and whispers, "Such beauty." And at that very moment, you finally understand what fear truly means. Then they lead you into a small, dark room. No gold, no cushion, just a cold floor and an old rug. You can't sleep that night. One question keeps echoing in your mind. What am I doing here? The next morning you get your answer. You are to be castrated to serve in the imperial palace. You try to run. You look everywhere for an escape, but they pin you to the ground. In the corner of the room, water boils. A man sharpens a knife, and within minutes your childhood ends. Pain spreads through your whole body. You want to scream, but no sound comes out. The world turns dark, but there's something worse than the pain, the shame and the emptiness. A few days later, they place you among the palace servants. There are hundreds of children like you. They're taught to dance, play music, and speak gracefully. Everything is meant to entertain the emperor. You are no longer a person. You are a tool. Years pass. One day the emperor notices you. He asks you to dance. You impress him so much that he calls you again, then again. You dance and sing for him at night. Over time it becomes a routine. Everyone in the palace whispers, "The emperor loves him." And it's true. One night he keeps you by his side. The next day the entire palace knows you are the emperor's special one. Now they respect you, they fear you, they bring you gifts. It seems like victory, but behind every glance lies hatred. The ministers and old eunuchs are unhappy. You are neither noble nor aristocratic, yet the emperor places you above them all. They decide to stop you. Fake documents, false accusations, and one day the emperor accuses you of betrayal. You spend the entire day kneeling at his door. You don't eat, you don't drink, you just wait. At night, the emperor appears and says only one sentence, "Why didn't you just tell me?" You cry and tell him everything, and he forgives you. Years pass again. The emperor grows old and never lets you leave his side. You become his shadow, sometimes even his voice. But every rise has an end. One morning you wake up, and the emperor isn't breathing. The room is silent. You realize the only man who ever protected you is gone. You quickly lock the doors, send secret letters, try to protect your position. But it's already too late. Within hours, the same guards who once protected you now bar the doors. Your friends have betrayed you. The next day you are told you'll be executed. That night you're left alone in your room. Your hands tremble, your mind goes blank. Then you look at your belt and make your choice. Moonlight fills the room. You whisper, "They took everything from me, except this decision. You tie the belt, make a knot, and silence falls. This story isn't just about one man. It's the story of all those who were crushed in the shadows of power, because sometimes being the emperor's favorite is worse than being the emperor himself.